change it comes eventually. Everything is everything. What is meant to be.
I'm Queen J and I'm back, and this is Talks with Queen J. Now, hold on, y'all. Okay. Now, this video is going to be a review on Nappily Ever After. It's a movie on Netflix that the main character was played by Sanaa Lathan, where, of course, she shaved her head bald, and she looked, because now she done grew a little back, a little piece. She looked absolutely gorgeous with a bald head, like, absolutely gorgeous. It showed off her bone structure, her features on her face, her skin. She was glowing. She is doing the damn thing with her natural. But anyways, now back to the movie. So this movie was basically about a black woman, Sanaa Lathan, and her mom, Lynn Whitfield, played by Lynn Whitfield, about Sanaa Lathan always having, the weave, always having to look perfect. Her hair looked perfect. Her makeup looked perfect. She just felt like she had to be perfect all the time to land the right man. Her mother, played by Lynn Whitfield, even to the point where when she was a child, would not even let her go into the pool and play with the other kids because her hair would, what happens, ladies, when our hair gets wet and your hair is natural. It gets all matted up, it gets all curly and extra matted, all this extra stuff, whatever. So this girl wasn't even able to have a full-blown childhood because her mom was so worried about how her hair would look in front of other people. So her mom made her feel like she needed to be perfect when she was younger, and when she grew up, she felt like she needed to be perfect to land the perfect man. So she's dating this doctor, this little light-skinned, little sexy little doctor for 2 years. And, she's waiting on him to propose. They live together. They live in a nice house. They doing the thing together. So they have this big dinner. He's like, he wants to surprise her, blah, blah, blah. Invited all her family. She thought he was going to propose. She called her mom. It was just supposed to be like her proposal. So come to find out, he buys her a little puppy. And she was not with it. Like, she was very disappointed. She was not with it. She was upset. Like, her mom told her to hang in there, blah, blah, blah. Wait, whatever. So when they got home or whatever, she questioned him, like, what's up? Like, why are we not engaged yet? Like, what's going on? Like, and he was like, I don't know you. He was like, to make this day perfect, I had to talk to your secretary. I had to ask your favorite flower, your favorite food, your favorite candy. I had to ask her things about you that you don't let me know about you. I feel like for the time that we've been together these 2 years, it's felt like a first date, and I don't know you. You're too perfect. And she was like, I guess she was of course upset and taken aback by it, and they broke up. So she went and dyed her hair blonde. She went out with her homegirls to go shake a tail feather, and she wound up getting drunk and going home with this white guy who lived in this big nice ass house. So her and the guy got there or whatever. Mind you, she dyed her hair blonde. He was like, I know what you're here for. And she was like, yeah. And like, they were finna do the damn thing. She had the honey. She was putting it all over him, getting extra sticky. But then I think either they bumped heads or she made him hit his head on something and he started bleeding, and she took her ass home. So they didn't do it. But he basically stereotyped her of having, I guess, blondes having more fun. Like, she was DTF because she had blonde hair. Like, okay. But no, you didn't get none of the chocolates. Anyways, so after that, she went to go see her ex at his job, and she saw him canoodling and laughing and joking with this little thing over here. So she was like, oh, you're sleeping with her. Like, how long this been going on? Like, you jumped to somebody real quick. So she left or whatever, and basically, she's living her life. I think after that, she shaved her head. Like, she was drunk, like she was just distraught. And she shaved her head, and she left like patches and stuff. Like, she looked a pickle. She looked a fool when she first cut it. But once she got it all cleaned up and just had her bald head with her beautiful features. She was beautiful, but she had low self-esteem. Because when she had the weave all the time and she looked perfect, guys were looking at her all the time. They were like, ooh, ooh, giving her the side, giving her the eye, like they were interested. You know how guys do. When they see something they like or they see something that's attractive to them, their eyes follow. When she had her bald head and she came to work for the first time, she wasn't owning it. So she had like low self-esteem about it. So she was very like, you know, like, ugh. And they were like looking at her like, no ma'am. So, eventually the doctor man, no, she met this guy. Oh no, I forgot a part, you guys. Okay, so this is how she had to cut her hair. This is how she had to cut her hair. She went to the beauty salon to get her hair done, and there's this little black girl there, this little chocolate little black girl there, and she had natural curls, beautiful, telling her, oh, as much money as you spend on your hair, you could be donating that to such and such, or doing this or doing that. And she was like, oh girl, you got a smart mouth. Then one of the ladies that work in the shop told her to come help her. And while Sanaa Lathan was getting her hair washed, but she was just supposed to get a washing set, the little girl, instead of handing the lady shampoo, handed her some perm. So when they were washing Sanaa Lathan's hair out, of course clumps were coming out of her hair. Even when Sanaa Lathan was under the dryer, she was saying that her head was burning and blah, blah, blah. And when they were washing her hair, clumps were coming out. So that is the reason why she dyed her hair. Then after the whole thing happened with the white guy and then seeing her ex, that's when she shaved her head. So she had met the little black girl's father. You know, they were getting along great. You know, they were I don't want to say that they were dating, but they were having a good time. But her mother, of course, was judging her because he only owned a barbershop. He wasn't a doctor like her other guy. And so her other guy came back, showed up, I guess a couple months or later, after she was already, you know, chilling with the other guy, loving on his daughter, blah, blah, blah. Her ex came back, as niggas always do, want to come back, realize what they lost. He came back. And they did the do, and supposedly they were going to get back together. They were going to get engaged. Mind you, by this time, like I said, some months had gone by, and her hair was growing back. You know, it was still short, but it was a cute, curly, short little cut. It was cute, of course. So this time around, he did propose because things changed when they got back together. I guess she was opening up to him and not trying to be as perfect as she was before. So he proposed. She was very excited about that. They were going to have their engagement dinner. And as they were getting ready, in the morning, before the engagement dinner was that evening, in the morning, he was like, oh, are you going to do something to your hair? And she was like, what do you mean? He was like, are you going to do something to your hair? I just want this to be perfect. Like, our parents are going to be there, blah, blah, blah. And I know that she felt away, because I would have felt away. Like, what you mean am I going to do something with my hair? Like, you walk around with me like this all the time. We go on dates, you're around me all the time. So now when we go in front of your parents, in front of everybody else, it's a problem. I have to do something with my hair. Something's already done with my hair, sweetheart. So she called her mother over there to straighten her little coils that she had. I was like, no. Like, I was real disappointed that he said that and that she actually did that. Like, no, ma'am. So they get to the party, the little engagement party or whatever. And I guess she wasn't feeling it. She went inside and sat down because her feet were hurting. So she took her shoes off. Her mother kept telling her to come outside. She wasn't with it. She came outside. And then, like, everybody started jumping in the pool, like, not caring about their hair. Old ladies, kids, everybody was jumping in the pool, having a good time. Even her mother jumped in the pool too. Well, got pulled in the pool. But I didn't even tell y'all about her father. So tell me why her father was like a little underwear model. So her father and her mother were like in the process of getting a divorce, and her father became an underwear model. So they would show like different billboards and different like magazine clippings with him like posed up or whatever in his tidy whities. So, of course, he had women after him and blah blah blah, and his ex, supposedly ex-wife, was getting jealous throughout the movie, and at the end, he got in the pool, pulled her in the pool, and they look like they rekindled what was set out. But I mean, ultimately, she did not stay with him. They did not get married. She didn't even get with the other black guy either. Basically, she learned to love herself, love her natural, love herself in the skin she's in, no matter what her hair looks like. She's beautiful. Embrace your natural. Embrace everything about you. You're beautiful. And if a man cannot accept you for that, especially a black man, you don't need him. He don't respect you, and he doesn't deserve you, queen. So get you a king that loves you natural and all. Get you a king that will love you if your head is bald, if you got a short cut, braids, weave, anything. Get a man that will love you for you. Like, we don't be saying nothing about these niggas when they got like backed up hairlines or non-edges, like, or edge be like looking crazy, or like, come on now, like, why are y'all so fixated on hair? Like, yes, hair makes the person, but if a person embraces themselves and loves their own natural and is confident with it and owns it, you should love her just for that. That's just a physical thing, hair anyway. But anyways, you guys, I love you. Like I said, please donate if you would like to donate. I love you. Continue to hold yourselves up as kings and queens, and love yourselves, queens, natural and all, weave and all, braids and all. I love you. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you. Bye.